What's going on out there? How y'all doing? I'm on my way home from Charlotte from that awesome Super Saturday event. And you know, I've been a real introspective the last couple weeks because, you know, birthday coming up. You know how we get around birthday time. About to be 31 and also that's on the 28th, but also celebrating my 10-year anniversary in my fraternity on March 27th. And you know, I every time I think about, you know, me pledging, and I think about my mindset that I had when I pledged, because I end up pledging by myself, and that's a rare thing. And that kind of goes along with, like, I did a training one time on our team conference call once, and I titled it "The Best Thing I Ever Did Was Quit." And the premise of it was, and the reason I titled that was, back in 8th grade, long story short, never played football before 8th grade, organized, and in practice had open tryouts for running back, and I just tried out. I ran the ball at the 40-yard line. First handoff I ever took in practice, ran a 40-yard touchdown. And I was like, okay, so Coach Freddie Young, y'all from Georgetown, y'all know Freddie Young. He backed it up to the other 40-yard line. So, second time I ran the ball, 60-yard touchdown. And y'all know Freddie Young. He's like, oh, we got the running back now. Oh, we got a running back now. So I'm all excited because, hey, I'm just now playing football for the first time, and I'm actually good at it. So, first game against Myrtle Beach. Long story short, my first ever handoff, boom, smack. As soon as I took the handoff, got laid out. And actually, even before that, the opening kickoff, because I was a kick returner too. As soon as I picked the ball up off the ground, because it bounced in front of me, as soon as I picked it up, boom, the boys laid me out. And then he called the very next play a running play. Boom, got laid out. My first 4 and only 4 carries of my 8th grade career, as soon as I took the handoff, I got laid out. And my thought was like, man, this is some bull. I was like, this is what football is? So I quit after the first game. I quit. And the team ended up going like 0-8 or whatever. But then 9th grade came. Everybody talked about playing football. I was like, nah, I played that football, man. This sucked. But then I had to go through that season, and our games, the JV games on Thursday nights, and every Friday they came in, and they was all happy, excited because they was winning. And I think the JV team went, I think it was 7-1. They only lost one game. I remember that, to King Street. So the whole time I'm like mad because I'm like missing out. It's like, if I had not quit in 8th grade, I would have stayed around and been there in 9th grade to reap the benefit, to get all the fun and joy they was having. I remember Brian Matthews and Walter and Brian Keith and Dedrick and all of them coming in, Bubba Lou, all of them coming in every Friday, all happy because they was balling out, because they was winning. And because I quit, I missed out. So fast forward, that put this thing in me that, like, I'm never quitting anything again, because I started for a reason. You start something for a reason. You had a goal. You had something you wanted. So if you're going to start, finish, or you'll never get the benefit of it. You just lose. And the reason we quit on stuff is because we start feeling pain. And the thing about it is, you got to go through that. You got to go through that pain to reap the reward. A mother is having a child, she has to go through labor. Well, now they got epidurals, but there's pain associated with something great coming from it. And without that pain, there's no real reward. And examples of that was, one, me pledging. When I started pledging, this started off with 3 of us. 2 of them quit after a couple weeks. And conventional wisdom is, this thing doesn't work with just one person. And my thought process was, no, I'm not quitting. I wanted to be a Q since I was 6 years old. And FYI, this isn't my neighborhood. This is just something I do on my way home. Sometimes I'll find a random neighborhood that I like, that's nice, and just drive through it. And it's a visual thing I do because there's some nice houses, and I just picture myself living in one of them. That's another training for a different day, but it's a mind thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm just driving through these people's neighborhood. I don't look threatening though. I have on a tie. But yeah, so yeah, I could have easily said, you know what, it's I'm by myself. Those other guys quit. I need to go ahead and quit too, because you know this thing isn't meant for one person. And that wasn't my mindset. I was like, I gotta win. I gotta be a Q. And 69 days, 1 hour and 27 minutes of pain later, I crossed. I was done. I was finished. And my thought was, you know what? It can't last forever. So all I got to do is endure this, grow, learn, transform, become who I need to become to get through this. And then I'll reap the benefit later. And 10 years later, it's been one of the best things I've ever done. Like being a Q has opened so many doors and has changed so many things in my life. And I give so much credit for that, to that. Another situation, graduating. I was at Clemson suffering from narcolepsy that wasn't diagnosed from, but I was struggling. And I had to switch majors several times. And I'm talking for 5 years, I had no clue when I was going to graduate. Because I didn't even know which degree I was going to get. And I finally, once I got diagnosed with the narcolepsy, once I got on medication for it, I mean, I was making 3.5s and better, and I got into sociology, which ended up being like the best thing ever because I loved that major, and I'm mad if I didn't know what it was because I would have been in that from the beginning. But 7.5 years of being an undergrad, and I only took that one semester off when one of my friends died. But 7.5 years of school, 14 semesters, 187 credit hours. I was going to get my degree. And I know a lot of people that start school and they go through stuff, money issues, grades, etc., and that never finish it. And my thing was, I'm sorry. When I started, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get what I came for. So, quitting in 8th grade really got this thing in me to where I don't quit something that I start. Because I started it for a reason. I started it to get something from it. And I keep going until I get it. And usually what happens is you have to change, you have to grow, you have to learn. Because if it's something you've never done before, you gotta learn something different to do it, to accomplish it. And that's my mentality now as I navigate through this business. This is different. I wish I had known about it a long time ago, because it's the most unbelievable, like network marketing is the most unbelievable type of business there is. And really it's just the fact that people just don't know, because we've been institutionalized the traditional way since we're in elementary school, and we don't know any better. And the thing is you're dealing with people, so people are negative, and then that hurts some people, and that causes people pain. But I've shifted my mindset to embrace that pain, and really it's just to educate people because of how great it is. And I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm enjoying the mess out of it. A lot of it is because I know how it ends. It's going to end just like it ended when I crossed in 2004, with me crying my behind off saying, "Mama, I made it." And it's going to end the same like it ended in December of 2008 when I graduated from Clemson, crying my behind off saying, "Mama, I made it." And it's going to end that same way, me crying my behind off saying, "Guess what, Mama? We made it." So I guess my point is, I don't have a quit attitude. It's just when. It's a matter of time when things happen. So if you got something you started, don't stop until you get it. You started it for a reason. You had a goal. You had a dream. Don't quit. There's no benefit in quitting. None. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is, marriages, workout regimens, whatever it is, keep going until you reach your goal. Period. That's all I got. I'm already almost at 10 minutes, way longer than I expected. Y'all have a good night.